My name is Lisa, and I live with my husband Noah and our energetic, adorable daughter Madison. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I'm currently pregnant with our second child. Every day, Madison excitedly talks to the baby growing in my belly. Noah and I are always filled with warmth, watching her sweet interactions.
Hey, baby. Big sister Madison just had a snack. Mommy had some too, so that means the baby had some. It was yummy, right?
It was great that we could all enjoy it together.
The baby says the snack was delicious too.
When you're born, I'll share half of my snacks with you.
Just like that, Madison is quickly growing into the role of a kind, caring big sister. Thanks to her, our days have been peaceful and calm. Then, one day, when I went to pick Madison up from kindergarten, I ran into one of my mom friends, Manatsu.
Oh my gosh, Lisa, your belly's getting even bigger, isn't it?
Thanks. I think it's going to start hurting my back again soon.
Oh, but that's totally not important right now. My husband, he came home again with a whole bunch of brand name stuff.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's all such expensive stuff. I'm just like, what am I supposed to do with all this?
Oh, is that so? I wonder if Madison's ready to go home yet. Manatsu would always brag about how wealthy she was, trying to one-up me. It was definitely annoying, but since our kids were good friends, I tried to just ignore it and not let it bother me. A few months later, we ended up moving to a new apartment in a high-rise building.
Whoa, Daddy? I can see so far from here.
Well, Madison. Don't go out on the balcony. Stop pulling me.
Why not? I can't see the view if I don't go outside.
No. You need to listen to what Daddy says.
I'm just looking outside.
Both of you, hurry up and finish unpacking. We absolutely loved our beautiful new apartment. The view from the windows was fantastic, and the nighttime scenery was so romantic. A few days after we moved in, as usual, I took Madison out for some shopping.
Mommy, let me carry that bag. I'll hold it for you.
What? But it's heavy.
It's okay. Pregnant ladies aren't supposed to carry heavy stuff, right? So, I'll carry it for you instead.
Madison, thank you so much. Mommy is so happy. Little Madison, with her small body, tried her best to help me carry the bags. In her own way, she was trying to take care of me during my pregnancy. Seeing Madison's growing kindness touched my heart, and I almost teared up. Soon, we arrived back at our high-rise building and were waiting for the elevator when...
Well, isn't that Lisa? What are you doing around here?
Manatsu. Hi there. Actually, we just moved in recently.
Oh my, is this a friend from kindergarten? Nice to meet you. I'm Yasuko, Manatsu's mother-in-law.
Nice to meet you, I'm Lisa, and this is my daughter, Madison.
Oh, I see. So, which floor did you move to?
We live on the 5th floor. It's our first time living so high up, and the view is beautiful.
As soon as Madison answered, Manatsu and Yasuko.
Did you hear that, mother-in-law? The 5th floor. Can you believe it? Such a ridiculously low floor.
Oh my, yes, just the 5th floor. How plain.
But it's actually a lovely apartment, even on the 5th floor.
Sure, it might seem nice to poor people, but for us living on the 38th floor, it's practically like living on the 1st.
Well, I suppose.
More importantly, we high-floor residents, the real elites, use the elevator frequently. So could you, someone from just the 5th floor, please use the stairs?
Oh, but I'm pregnant right now, and Madison is still so young.
You know, the elevator can get really crowded because of low-floor commoners like you. Have you ever thought about how frustrating that is for us?
That feeling when the elevator just takes forever to come. It's so aggravating.
But the elevator is a shared space for everyone.
Excuse me. Is a 5th floor resident actually talking back? How arrogant. You're only living on the 5th floor because that's all your budget could afford.
People who can only afford low floors shouldn't be walking on the same floors as us elites.
That's not.
Pregnant or not, it doesn't matter.
In any case, low-floor people like you are just an eyesore. So hurry up and disappear.
In the end, I couldn't use the elevator, so I had to carry everything up the stairs. Of all days, this was the one time I bought more than usual. But thanks to Madison's help, we managed to get everything to the apartment. When I told Noah what happened, he exploded with anger in a way that shocked both Madison and me. However, this incident sparked a plan that we decided to move forward with. A few weeks later, I was talking with someone when
What on earth is going on? Why? Why does our apartment say sold?
Wait, what? Hey, aren't you Lisa's husband? What's the meaning of this notice? Are you seriously trying to mess with us over something this trivial?
Oh, actually, he's not my husband. This is the owner of the building.
Huh, Lisa, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Owner, you say? He's obviously your husband, Lisa.
I apologize for the confusion. Yes, I am the owner of this building. Oh, and by the way, Lisa's husband is my twin brother.
Oh my goodness. So Lisa's husband is the twin brother of the owner.
Well, even if he's your twin, he's still just a low-income guy, right?
What are you talking about? Noah actually makes more money than I do.
No way. Then why on earth is he living on a lowly 5th floor?
Noah has a fear of heights. The 5th floor is about the highest he can handle. When we first moved in, Madison asked him to look at the view from the balcony, but she just tugged on his shirt a little, and he freaked out.
Yeah, Dad was like, scary. He's such a baby, right?
Well, it is really scary. But hey, I've gotten better, haven't I?
Wait, so he's the real husband? That wing thing is for real?
You really didn't believe us.
There's no way this dull man makes more money than the owner. It's impossible.
Dull man. Impossible. So that's how it is. I'm impossible? Haha.
Manatsu and Yasuko continued to say whatever they pleased, even in front of Noah. Noah started to feel down from their incredibly rude remarks when
That's not true. Sure, my dad might look like he's not that strong, but he works a lot harder than anyone else.
Madison.
My dad is super cool. It's you mean old ladies who are the real problem, always talking so rudely about people.
I agree with Madison. You both seem to have this selfish hierarchy in your heads, but when you take away the celebrity status you always brag about, what's really left?
What the hell? What are you trying to say?
First of all, you shouldn't judge people based on appearances. You may not realize it, but Noah is extremely capable.
Oh, really? Well, good for him.
Enough of that. Explain what's going on with this notice.
Oh, that's easy to explain. We've decided that we can no longer allow people like you to stay here.
What do you mean?
Do you really think you can just do this without warning? You won't get away with it.
I heard all about it. You two created your own set of rules for this building, and you forced those rules on the other residents, trying to control them.
Yeah. They've even been holding secret meetings. Lisa and I went to one the other day.
They were saying ridiculous things, like how people on the lower floors can't use the shared spaces. We all pay the same management fees, yet they act like they own the place. It's absurd.
And what's wrong with that?
Of course the upper floors should take priority. That's only natural.
Enough nonsense. Because of you two, so many people have left over the past few years. To put it bluntly, your behavior is damaging our business.
In fact, Manatsu and Yasuko's selfish rules had caused several residents to move out. The building had a great location and excellent facilities. It should have been an ideal place to live, so why did so many people keep leaving? Shinya, the owner, had been investigating the cause for some time. Now that Shinya was ready to evict Manatsu and Yasuko, they...
Oh, come on. Calling it disrupting business is such an exaggeration.
Exactly. Like my mother-in-law said, how can you be sure it's even our fault?
I'm currently confirming with the people who moved out. So far, nearly all of them gave the same reason. They said they couldn't tolerate the rules you two made up.
What? Are you saying everyone really said that?
Of course, we have recordings to prove it. There's no way we can let people like you keep living here.
Still, don't you think you're taking things too far, doing this without permission?
We have families, you know. Doing something like this is really inconvenient for us.
There's no problem. My father and I already gave our approval.
That's right. We've been aware of your behavior for a while now.
Wait, Kensuke, father-in-law too, why?
When did you discuss this?
Yasuko, once again, you've caused trouble and inconvenienced others. I told you many times not to cause any more problems.
Dear, this isn't really trouble, it's just...
Shut up. Stop acting all high and mighty over such nonsense.
And Manatsu, I heard you made Lisa, who's pregnant, and little Madison walk up the stairs to the 5th floor by telling them not to use the elevator. That's completely unacceptable. What if something had happened? How would you have taken responsibility?
As we were talking, Manatsu's husband Kensuke and her father-in-law Toshihiko arrived. It seemed this wasn't the first time Manatsu and Yasuko had caused trouble with the other residents.
What's the big deal if the 5th floor is considered low? People have the right to live wherever they want.
Exactly. You made such a fuss when we moved in about wanting a higher floor, but you didn't do it just to pull something like this, did you?
No, that's not it. I mean, oh right. Lisa's pregnant, isn't she? It's actually better for pregnant women to get exercise, you know, so I thought.
Making her climb the stairs to the 5th floor is way worse for her health.
You know, that day, Mommy and I were carrying a lot of bags.
What? Is that true?
Yeah. Mommy kept rubbing her belly and taking breaks as we went up the stairs. And that night, her legs got a little swollen, so we went to the hospital the next day.
Manatsu, Mom, what the hell were you thinking?
Didn't you feel anything after hearing what little Madison just said?
Well, I didn't know that. Lisa could have just used the elevator if she wanted, you know?
Didn't you say it didn't matter if I was pregnant, that I was an eyesore and should disappear?
Yeah, and they said Mommy and I weren't allowed to walk on the same floor as them.
Did they really say that to you?
Yep. It made me feel really bad.
Hey, how could you say something like that to my wife and daughter?
Well, it was just something I said off the top of my head at the time.
Exactly. We didn't mean anything by it. No bad intentions at all.
Shut up. I've had enough. I've lost all patience with both you and Mom.
You fools! Saying something without thinking is the worst thing you could have done.
Manatsu and Yasuko kept making desperate excuses. However, Kensuke and his father, Toshihiko, had clearly had enough and were furious.
Come on. Isn't that a bit harsh? It's so frustrating having to wait for the elevator all the time.
Then why don't you just take the stairs yourself?
I can't do something that difficult.
You let Lisa do it, and now you're complaining. Do you have any idea how hard it is for a pregnant woman to climb 5 flights of stairs? Both you and Manatsu have been pregnant before, so you should understand better than anyone.
Well, that's true, but
But look, Lisa seems perfectly fine now, so can't we just let it go?
You've got some nerve, don't you?
Unbelievably selfish and insensitive. That's the only way to describe this.
you're making it sound like my mother-in-law and I are terrible people.
That's it. I'm done, Manatsu. I'm divorcing you.
And me too. I never thought I'd go through a divorce at my age.
Wait, are you serious about the divorce?
Honey, you're just saying that because you're angry, right? Right?
It looks like they're completely serious to me.
You've upset them this much, and you still don't get it.
Yay, it's over for you two.
Manatsu and Yasuko had just been hit with divorce from their husbands. Suddenly, all of their confidence from earlier seemed to vanish completely.
Wait, Lisa. I'll apologize for what happened back then. So please tell them to reconsider the divorce. I'm really sorry.
And why should I have to say anything?
Come on, you and Manatsu are mom friends, right? Can't you just help her out a bit?
Is that how you ask someone for a favor? You're unbelievably shameless.
You've made so many people leave, and on top of that, you put Lisa through all of this.
Just because you live in a higher apartment doesn't make you better. All you've been doing is acting like bullies.
Madison, I'm so sorry. I was wrong.
Lisa, I apologize too. Please forgive what happened back then.
You made my daughter and my unborn baby feel anxious. I will never forgive you.
I'm truly sorry. Please, Kensuke and father-in-law, forgive me too.
Enough! You're pretending to apologize to Lisa, but all you care about is yourself.
This is a good opportunity for both of you to rethink your lives.
Yeah. And when we say reaping, we don't mean go off and enjoy your second life.
Divorce would be a disaster for me. Please, Lisa, everyone, forgive us.
No forgiveness. Now pack up and move out immediately.
No, Lisa, I'm really sorry. I'll never say anything stupid again.
It's too late. Think about the people who moved out because of you.
Wait, hold on.
Goodbye to mean people.
Exactly. You'll spend the rest of your life reflecting and regretting this.
And don't be a problem for the next place you move to. By now.
After our conversation, both Manatsu and Yasuko were divorced by their husbands. Kensuke and Toshihiko moved to a nearby apartment, gaining custody of their son Shota, and started their new life as a family of 3 men. Since Shota stayed in the same kindergarten, he continued to play with Madison just as before. Meanwhile, Manatsu and Yasuko, having lost both their home and family, began searching for a new place to live and new jobs. However, no matter how hard they looked, they couldn't find any jobs that matched their expectations. Even when they compromised and went to interviews, they were repeatedly rejected. Eventually, they lost the motivation to continue job hunting, and rumor has it that Manatsu and Yasuko have quietly taken to living outdoors, seemingly trying to escape from everything. As for us,
Uncle, why is Daddy afraid of heights?
You know, even I don't know the reason for that.
Noah, do you remember any event that made you afraid of heights?
I have no idea. I just realized one day that I was afraid of them. Maybe something happened in a past life.
You might remember if we go out to the balcony together, Daddy.
No. Anything but that.
Come on, let's go. It'll be fine.
Oh, you terrifying child.
Daddy, you're making such a funny face.
With Manatsu and Yasuko gone, peace returned to the high-rise. Shinya seemed relieved, and it looked like there would be no negative impact on the management of the building. I was truly grateful that all the troublesome matters were resolved before the baby's birth, and now I could look forward to it without any worries. Madison, as always, was eagerly waiting to meet the baby. In just a few more months, our family would grow to 4. And when that happens, I'll make sure to shower both of my children with endless love and raise them to be happy. I made this promise to myself, feeling grateful from the bottom of my heart for the chance to spend another day with my precious family. If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.